Hello, welcome to Latitude Adventures. As you can see, I'm up here at the storage yard on my own today, just getting the bedding out, furnishings ready to take home just for a couple of months before we go out after Christmas. But I thought I'd talk to you a little bit today about towing and my experience as a lady that tows. So I thought I'd share you my thoughts. The reason I tend to do most of the towing is basically I've got more experience than Stuart towing. I towed a trailer with my camping stuff in when I was in my 20s, and also a small inflatable boat with an engine, so I've done that as well. So when we picked up the caravan, Stuart had never towed anything before in his life, so I thought, well, probably best if I did it. So it was an experience. Did feel very different having this big wobble box on the back of the car. You could feel the weight of it on there, particularly when you were pulling off from junctions and things like that. Yeah, so I'm the one that tows. So my little advice and tips for people that are towing. Firstly, number one, you need to check your licence. I am old enough to tow the bigger vehicles and bigger caravans on my licence, so that's the first thing you need to check. Secondly is, if you've had no experience of towing at all, what I would recommend is get yourself get somebody that you may know that's towed a caravan, or maybe invest in some lessons. I know the Caravan Club do have courses that you can sort of go along. Check out their website. I'll put a link in the description below. But you can go along and have a look at sort of some lessons that perhaps you could take. One thing that Stuart did is when we went up to the NEC, and I booked this without telling him before we went up, I pre-booked a towing experience session for him. It's a quick 15-minute session. The instructor takes you around the NEC site, just showing you some bits and pieces on how to tow. Stuart found this really beneficial, and then he did actually then after that attempt to tow, so he has towed the caravan a few times. I would recommend that highly, is get yourself some experience before you go pick up your caravan. Next I would say is take your time. Go wide around the corners, take your time. There is no rush. Okay, make sure, obviously very important also, is check your tow hitch. Make sure you've hitched your caravan correctly onto the tow bar of your vehicle. Checking your lights before you set off, and very important, it is a legal requirement to have towing mirrors. You must be able to see. If somebody was stood on the very back corner of your caravan, could you still see them? The answer is no. You need mirrors. Nose weight. Mustn't put too much weight in the front of the caravan. So where I'm sat at the moment, don't put too much weight in the front of the caravan. Know the nose weight that you're allowed to put on, weight allowance that you're allowed to put on the tow ball, and then the maximum amount of weight that you're allowed at the front of the caravan. You'll find these all in the instruction manuals, or whoever fits your tow bar will be able to tell you this information. Get yourself a nose weight gauge. We use the Milenko nose weight gauge to check the nose weight of our caravan. I must say we don't check this every time, because we pretty much fill the caravan the same way every time. Others would say they do it every time. From experience, from our point of view, we don't feel we need to do it every single time, particularly if we know we're going to go for a short weekend away, so we haven't got as much stuff with us. We've got more in the cart, then we know which can be just fine. I would also maybe consider getting a dash cam. My experience of towing on the motorway is that when you're towing, people like to get past you, but also they like to pull in quite close in front of you, and they forget you've got a heavy white box on the back of you that may slow your braking distance down. So make sure you obviously leave a nice braking distance between you and the vehicle in front. I'm certainly not afraid to get out and go on the caravan on our own. Just us girls. Just recently we went to Brecon back in August bank holiday. Stuart was in work for the day, so I thought, well, I'm just going to go on up, get the caravan set up. He joined us later on after work. It's not too far for him to travel after work. That's the second time I've done that. Wouldn't hesitate to do it again. One thing I would say is having the motor mover is imperative for us, and for me personally, because there's no way I could hitch up the caravan on my own without a motor mover. Because of where our caravan is in the storage site, we don't have the swing to just hitch up and pull out, because the caravans are really close together, so we have to use the motor mover to bring it out, hitch up, then off we go. So let's talk reversing. When we first had the caravan, I was not very good at reversing. Even though I've had experience of towing before, I was not very good at reversing the caravan at all. This has come with practice, even more so now. I'm trying to tend to reverse the caravan onto a pitch rather than use the motor mover. If you're not very good at manoeuvring, there's also courses available as well. So again, if you go into the NEC in February to the Caravan and Motorhome Show, check out the towing experiences that you can do. One thing I would say to women out there, give it a go. Don't be afraid to get behind the wheel and give it a go. If you want to go down an industrial estate one day and just have a go. Yeah, you'll probably get things wrong. If things go wrong in a safe environment, it's not so bad. If things go wrong on a motorway, then that could be quite dangerous. Those are just my thoughts. I'm rambling a bit. There's plenty of advice and tips and hints out there on YouTube and the Caravan and Motorhome Club site, the Camping and Caravan Club site, other sources. So there is information out there available, some of which I'll link in the description below. Yeah, but if anybody else has can think of anything else or would like to ask me any questions, I can't guarantee that I'll be able to answer them, but I'll be honest and open as I possibly can on my experiences that I've had. There. Anyway, I've rambled on enough, and it's about time I cracked on and get all this cushions and all that packed away, and get home for a cup of tea because it's cold in here. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you like our channel, click on the subscription button below and the notification bell. Thanks for watching. Put any comments or questions below. See you again soon. Bye for now.